Which cylinder has the same volume as the cylinder in figure 1? Our first task is to find the volume of figure 1. So our formula, as we have memorized, is pi r squared, the area of a circle, times the height. That is volume of a right cylinder. The numbers we were given again, we were given 6 for the radius and 1 for the height. So we'll change that r to a 6. We'll change that h to a 1. We'll indicate multiplication. And our volume will be pi times 6 squared times 1. We usually use 3.14 times, or for pi. So it would look like that. We do our exponent before we do any multiplication, so that we're going to have to call that 36 times 1. Compute that number in our calculator and get guessing doesn't work. Now that we know the volume of figure 1, our second task will be to find the volume of figure A. And in this case, it's got a radius of 6 and a height of 6. So our formula, once again, pi times radius squared times height. One more time, our radius is 6 and our height is 6 on figure A here. So we will replace that r with a 6, replace that h with a 6, and replace pi with 3.14. Again, we do our exponent first. So it'll read 3.14 times 36 times 6. And we will do our calculator to figure out that exact number and get. Like I said, guessing doesn't work. As we continue to search for the correct answer on this particular problem, we will do our next task, which is to find the volume of figure B here, or choice B, you might call it. So again, same thing. We will write down the formula for volume of a right cylinder. We'll plug in the square root of 3, and that needs to be in parentheses. That's our radius. It says so right here in our picture. Okay, so the radius was the square root of 3. That's a simple thing to do. And our height, again, is 12. So for our h, we'll put in 12. And again, for pi, we'll put in 3.14. Like always, we do our exponent first. And as we've learned, when a number is inside a radical and you square it, it simply becomes that number. So the square root of 3 times the square root of 3 becomes 3. And now we will punch that into our calculator and get. Once again, you got to do work. Guessing doesn't work. Now, even if I find an answer I think is the correct answer, I like to check every single choice just in case I made any simple mistakes. So I will do choice C now, which has a radius of 3 and a height of 12. So again, the formula, that told me the radius was 3, so that'll be 3 squared. The height was 12. We do our exponent first. Again, same exact thing as always. Grab our calculator, get that exact figure, and we get. Guessing does not work.